Hi, for the first unit we will be dealing about language of collections.
Hi guys, I am teacher Carla, and for today we will be learning about sets and subsets, definition of sets, types of sets, ways to describe sets, and operations on sets. Prepare your math notebook and take note of the different math concepts.
To understand better our topic for today, we must take note of the following key terms: set, subset, elements, null set, universal set, curly braces and singleton set. In this chapter, you will define sets, subsets, and operations on set, describe finite, infinite, singleton, and empty set. In this chapter, you will also perform fundamental operations on sets and integers, discuss sets, subsets, and operations on set, and list elements of sets using roster, verbal, and set builder notation form. Learning about sets is important because sets are being observed on our everyday lives. This lesson will help you easily grasp number properties and enable you to quickly identify multiple solutions involving sets of numbers. Before we go deeper about sets, let us first define sets. A set is a well-defined group of objects, called elements, that share a common characteristic. Set is synonymous to groups. Groups will be considered as set if the objects, called elements, inside the group shares common characteristics or well-defined. We name a set using one uppercase alphabet and use curly braces to denote the closure of the elements of sets. For example, if we are asked about the set of colors of the Philippine flag, the elements will be red, blue, yellow, and white. Now, we name the collection of colors of the Philippine flag using one capital letter. For this case, let us use capital letter P. Lastly, we write the elements inside the open and close curly braces, which would look like what is written below.
Here's Alex. Tinanong siya what materials did he bring para sa math activity nila. Sabi niya, protractor, ruler, pencil, calculator, and graphing paper. Heto naman si Mary. She was asked, what colors can be seen in the rainbow? Sabi niya, to enumerate them faster, just think of the acronym Roy G. Biv. R stands for red, O for orange, Y for yellow, G for green, B is blue, I for indigo, and V stands for violet. Si Teacher Mike naman ay binanggit lahat ng even numbers from 2 to 30. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. These three groups are examples of what we mathematically call sets. So what is a set? A set is a well-defined group of objects called elements that share a common characteristic. So we can call this group the set of math materials brought by Alex for their math activity, consisting of the elements protractor, ruler, pencil, calculator, and graphing paper. Obviously, these objects or elements share a common characteristic. These are the only math materials brought by Alex. So we can clearly see kung anong materials lang talaga ang involved dito na bitbit ni Alex for their math activity. Therefore, this group is well-defined. Again, our first set is the set of math materials brought by Alex for their math activity. Our second group is also well-defined, and we call this the set of colors in the rainbow, consisting of the elements red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. The same can be said for the third group. This is obviously well-defined, and we can call this the set of all even numbers from 2 to 30, consisting of these elements. Generally, we use uppercase or capital letters in naming a set. So if we let A be the set of these math materials brought by Alex for their math activity, we can just simply write capital A here with an equal symbol and enclose the elements with braces. Then gagawin natin ulit ito for the second set. If we let C be the set of all colors in the rainbow, then we just write C equals and enclose the elements again with braces. And we do this again for the third set, which we can let as set E. So we just defined set and wrote our sample sets here in math terms.
There are several types of sets depending on its elements. For today, we will discuss on the 5 types of sets: finite set, infinite set, singleton set, empty or null set and subset. Let us discuss them one at a time. First type of set is finite set. It is a set that contains fixed number of elements. Elements of finite set can be count or countable. For example, on figure 1.1 you will see set of first 5 even numbers named capital letter S, containing the elements 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. There are 5 elements which is countable, therefore, set S is a finite set. Second type of set is infinite set. It is the opposite of finite set because it has continuous elements that cannot be count. Ellipsis or 3 dots is being used to indicate endless number of elements. For examples, on figure 1.1 set S is a set of all even numbers having elements of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and many more even numbers, so we use ellipsis after the comma on our last listed element. Then, close it using curly braces. Third one is singleton set. From the word single, this set is a finite set but a special one because it has only one and only one element. For example, on figure 1.2 set Z is a set of number with no value and the only number with no value is 0. That is why set Z is an example of singleton set. Fourth one is empty of null set. It is a set with no elements at all. Take note of the embok being used to denote empty or null set. For example, on figure 1.2 set V is a set of all vowels from B, C, D, F, G, and H. We don't have any vowels from this list, so we have an empty or null set. Lastly, subset. Given 2 sets, set A and set F. We will say that set F is a subset of set A if all elements of set F are also elements of set A. If not all elements of set A is also elements of set F, then we call set F as proper subset of A. Refer to figure 1.2 for example. Ways to describe set. We have 3 ways on how we can write or describe a set. First, using roster or listing method. When using roster method, you will just enumerate all the elements of a set and separate them using comma. Repeated elements will only be listed once. Second, verbal description is describing verbally the elements of the set identified. Third, set builder notation is more mathematically defines. It will also describe the elements of sets but using mathematical form, which is X, such that X is where X can be replaced by any lowercase letter and slash can be replaced by colon.
Yun ay gagawa naman tayo ng lesson about basic set notation. At kung bago kayo sa channel ko, this is Dr. Esperanza at gumagawa ko ng mga math videos para sa mga Filipino students na katulad nyo. At kung gumagamit kayo ng video ko, please subscribe on my channel para mas dumami pa yung mga students na matulungan ko. Now for today, we're going to be working on set notation. And in this particular example, set S is represented by the days of the week, which is Monday, Tuesday, all the way to Sunday. So ito yung isa example ng ating set notation na kung saan yung set S ay equal sa set of days of the week. Now, another example of our set notation would be set A, given by January, February up until December. And we know that set A is represented by the set of months in a year. And we can also have another set, let's say set M, which is represented by the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in this particular case, yung ating set M naman ay set ng mga numbers, let's say, yung ating mga set numbers ng nasa die kapag ka ni-roll nyo yung standard na die or six-sided die. Now, another representation of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 can be stated differently tulad nito. Pwede din natin sabihin na ang set M ay counting numbers between 1 and 6 inclusive, which means kasama natin yung or i-include natin yung 1 and 6 doon sa bilang. Or pwede din naman nating sabihin na ito ay set of counting numbers between 0 and 7 exclusive, which means hindi kasama yung 0 at saka yung 7. So this particular set, kung mapapansin nyo sa tatlong sets, set S, set A, and set M, meron tayong iisang pattern dito sa ating mga set at ang tinatawag natin itong roster method na kung saan nililist natin yung bawat element doon sa ating set. At mapapansin nyo rin na bawat set natin, gumagamit tayo ng capital letter at meron tayong curly braces na kung saan dito natin i-enclose yung mga element ng bawat set. At separated siya by a comma. So ito yung ating standard form kung paano natin gawin yung roster method na tinatawag. Meron din tayong tinatawag na set builder notation na kung saan pwede natin i-convert yung roster method in a more mathematical symbol or yung pattern natin is more mathematical. So another way of representing set S na kung saan siya yung set of days of the week would be this particular symbol. And in this particular symbol, mapapansin nyo yung ating capital letter S ay equal into X such that X is a day of the week. So ito yung ating set builder notation na tinatawag at each symbol na makikita nyo ay represented by an abbreviation. So we have set S is the set of all element X such that X is a day of the week. So, ganyan natin basahin yung symbol or set builder notation na kung saan parehas din siya nung ating roster method, but in this case, mas simplified yung ating version kasi gumagamit tayo ng math symbol. So, kung ating i-convert yung ating set A a while ago into its set notation, pwede natin siyang sulat as such. So, A or set A is equal to X such that X is a month in a year. Or pwede din yung set M, which is represented by the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, ay pwede nating isulat into set builder notation na kung saan M is equal to X such that X is the outcome when you roll a six-sided die. Or pwede din natin siyang isulat as M or set M is equal to X such that you include the numbers from 1 through 6. So mapapansin nyo yung ating inequality symbol ay may equal sign kasi we are including the numbers 1 and 6 doon sa ating set. Now another inequality notation na pwede natin gamitin would be set M would be X such that X is represented by the numbers 0 and 7 exclusive. And mapapansin nyo yung ating inequality symbol, wala na siyang equal sign sa baba kasi hindi natin i-include yung 0 and 7 doon sa set. So yan yung iba't ibang paraan kung paano natin isulat yung ating set notation using the set builder notation.
Union is our first operations on set. It is an operation where the elements of two or more sets are combined to form new set, denoted by the symbol which looks like U. For example, we have set A having elements of 1, 3, and 5 while set B has elements of 2 and 4. If we will use union set on set A and DB, we will combine the elements of set A and set B. Therefore, we have A union B is a set having elements of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Second operations on set is intersections of set. It is an operation where you locate common or similar elements of two different sets and list them to form new set, denoted by an inverted letter U. For example, set C having elements of A, E, F, J, K, and L, while set D has elements of E, F, G, H, L, M, and N. Set C intersection D R contains the elements that they have in common, which is E, F, and L. Third operation on set is difference. It is synonymous to subtraction. It is an operation on sets where we look for the elements of first set that is not an element of the second set. When listed, it will form a new set. The operation is denoted by subtraction sign. For example, set E contains elements of A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, while set F is a set with elements of F, G, H, I, J, and K. E difference of F contains elements of E that are not elements of F, which are A, B, C, D, and E. Fourth operation is complement. It is denoted by an apostrophe sign or a bar sign above the name of the set. Complementon is a set containing elements of universal set that would remain when then elements of the given set is subtracted from it. For example, set U is the universal set containing elements of 2, 5, 7, 8, 9, 12, 15, 16, and 18. Set G is a set containing elements of 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 10. G complement now is a set containing elements of U when elements of G is removed from it. The elements of set G complement is 2, 8, 12, 15, 16, and 18.
Hi mga kawawmat! In this video, we will define and describe the union and intersection of sets. We will also illustrate the difference of two sets and the complement of a set. Also, we will use Venn diagram to represent set operations. So first, we have the intersection of sets. When we say intersection of sets, the intersection of sets A and B, written as A intersection B, take note of our symbol, it looks like inverted U. This is the set containing the elements that are in both A and B. So pag sinabi nating intersection of sets, ito yung titingnan natin kung ano yung mga elements na nakay A at nakay B. In other words, pag sinabi nating intersection, meron silang common elements. Halimbawa, in set A, I have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. In set B, I have 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. So, ano ang common elements nila? Pareho silang may 3, 5, and 7. So, therefore, the intersection of set A and B is equal to 3, 5, and 7. So, again, pag sinabi nating intersection, common elements. Now, we may also show and represent the intersection of sets using Venn diagram. Paano to? So, in set A, meron tayong 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. In set B, meron tayong 2, 3, 5, 7, and 11. When we are using Venn diagram, ang una nating laging ilalagay ay kung ano yung common elements nila o yung tinatawag nating intersection. So, ano nga ulit ang intersection? 3, 5, 7. Doon natin siya ilalagay sa gitna kung saan nag-overlap sila. Okay? So, the intersection must be placed at the center of two sets. So, nandun siya sa gitna ng Venn diagram kung saan nag-overlap yung dalawang bilog mo. Okay. And then, ano yung elements ni A na wala kay B? We have 1 and 9. So, yun ang ilalagay natin kay A. At ang ilalagay naman natin kay B ay 2 and 11. This example also shows that these are joint sets. Okay, bakit natin siya tinawag na joint sets? Kapag meron silang common elements o yung pagkakapareho, ibig sabihin, yung joint set din ang tawag natin sa mga yon. Okay. Now, another example, I have set A, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Set B, I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So, what is the intersection of A and B? Anong meron kay A na meron kay B? Wala. So, ibig sabihin, the intersection of A and B is an empty set. Since wala silang common elements, this is an empty set. Now, how will you show it using Venn diagram? So, hindi sila magkadikit. Since wala silang common elements, hindi natin sila pagdidikitin. Okay? And this is also an example of disjoint sets. Next, union of sets. Pag sinabi nating union, the union of sets A and B, written as A union B, take note of our symbol, it looks like U, is the set of all the elements that are in A, or in B, or in both A and B. So, pag sinabi nating union, ibig sabihin, all the elements. So, we will combine all the elements na nasa A at nasa B. So, kung ano yung mga elements ni A at ni elements ni B, pagsasama-samahin lang natin siya lahat. Example, set A, I have 1, 3, 5, 7. Set B, I have 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, A union B, or the union of A and B, is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. Okay, kung mapapansin nyo, bakit hindi dalawang 1 ang nilagay ko? When we are combining or when we are getting the union, pag kinukuha natin yung union, without repetition ito. So, kahit na nakita mo siya kay A at kay B, since pagsasamahin naman natin siya, kahit isang 1 lang ang ilagay mo. Same as 3. So, the union of A and B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So again, pag sinabi nating union, we are combining the elements. Pagsasama-samahin lang natin siya. Okay, paano natin siya ipapakita using Venn diagram? So, set A and set B. So, since ang common nila ay 1 and 3, again, sabi ko kapag meron silang common elements, ilalagay natin siya sa gitna kung saan nag-overlap. So, si 1 and 3 ang common elements nila. Anong meron kay A na wala kay B? That is 5 and 7. And then for B, we have 2 and 4. So, regardless of, siguro iniisip natin, ay intersection to. No. Ang concern naman natin dito ay, we will just combine all the elements. Pero, pag pinakita mo siya using Venn diagram, dapat maipakita mo na nag-overlap siya o meron siyang intersection kasi based sa given, meron silang parehong elements. So, pero, since ang tinatanong ay union, we will just combine all the elements. Okay, let's try. So, set A, we have 1, 3, 5, 7. Set B, we have 2, 3, 5, 7. Set C, we have 2, 4, 6, 8. And D, we have 2, 3, 4, 5. So, I have here the intersection of set A and B. So, kukunin natin kung anong meron kay A at meron kay B. Ano yung pagkakapareho nila? Pareho silang may 3, 5, 7. So again, pag sinabing intersection, kukunin mo kung ano yung common elements. So therefore, the intersection of A and B is 3, 5, 7. Next, the union of set A and B. So pag sinabing union, we will just combine all the elements. So pagsasamahin lang natin lahat ng laman ni A at ni B. So, ano-ano ba yung mga laman ni A at B? The union of set A and B is equal to 1, 2, 3, 5, and 7. So, we will just combine all the elements since our symbol here is union. Next, A, intersection C or the intersection of A and C. So, again, intersection ito. So, ano yung meron kay A na meron kay C? Meron ba silang parehong elements? Tingnan nga natin. So, si A merong 1, 3, 5, 7. Si C meron siyang 2, 4, 6, 8. Since wala silang common elements, therefore, the answer is an empty set. Kasi wala silang common elements. Next, number 4, the intersection of set C and D. So, etong dalawa, kunin natin kung anong meron kay C na meron kay D. So, pareho silang may 2 and 4. So, therefore, the intersection of set C and D is equal to 2 and 4. And then, number 5, the union of set B and D is equal to, we will just combine all the elements. So, set B, we have 2, 3, 5, 7. Set D, we have 2, 3, 4, 5. So, therefore, the answer is, we will just combine all the elements. Okay, next operation is we have the complement of a set. Pag sinabi natin complement of a set, the complement of a set A, written as A, kung mapapansin nyo, para siyang merong apostrophe. Ayan. So, the complement of A. This is the set of all elements in the universal set that are not in A. So, ano bang ibig sabihin ng complement? Pag sinabing complement of set A, ano-ano raw yung wala sa A na meron sa universal set? Okay? So, in short, kakailanganin natin dito ng universal set. Pag sinabing universal set, siya yung kabuuan. Okay? So, kapag tinanong, what is the complement of set A, ano yung wala sa set A pero nasa universal set? Example, the universal set, so ang universal set natin, ang symbol niya, para siyang union. Pero depende sa gamit. Kung ganito sa ganitong paraan siya sinulat, ibig sabihin this is universal set. Pero kung in between siya ng dalawang set, that is an union. Okay? So, the universal set, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, set A, we have 2, 4. B, we have 2, 3, 4. C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then D, we have an empty set. Alright. So, the complement of set A. So, again, pag sinabi natin complement, wala siya sa set A, pero nasa universal set. Okay, the complement of set A. Balikan nyo yung set A. Ang laman niya ay 2 and 4. Ano yung wala sa set A, pero nasa universal set? Ano ang wala sa kanya? Wala siyang 1, 3, and 5. So, that is the complement. Next, complement of set B. Pag sinabi natin complement of set B, balikan nyo yung B. Meron siyang 2, 3, 4. So, ano ang wala kay B pero nasa universal set? Wala siyang 1 and 5. Okay, next. Complement of set C. Balikan si set C. Meron siyang 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, meron bang wala sa set C pero nasa universal set? Wala na, 'di ba? Kasi kompleto siya. Meron siyang 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, ibig sabihin, ang sagot natin dito ay empty set. Wala nang kulang. Okay? And then next, set D. Ang set D natin ay empty set. Therefore, kapag tinanong, what is the complement of set D? Ano yung wala kay set D pero nasa universal set? So, wala siyang 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lahat wala sa kanya. So, yun ang complement niya. Okay. Now, paano natin ipapakita ito using Venn diagram? So, ang complement ni set A ay 1, 3, 5. Ibig sabihin, ang laman lang ni set A mo ay 2 and 4. So, yun lang yung nasa bilog. Yung 1, 3, 5, ito yung nasa universal set pero wala sa set A. So therefore, pinapakita natin dito sa Venn diagram na nasa universal set si 1, 3, 5 pero si 2 and 4, yun lang yung nasa set A. Okay, next. For complement of set B, paano natin siya ipapakita? So, ibig sabihin, yung 1 and 5, yun yung nasa universal set, siya yung nasa labas. And then, si B, 2, 3, 4, yun lang yung laman ni set B. Next, complement of set C, empty set. So, ibig sabihin yung nasa labas, wala siya. So, si set C natin ay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ibig sabihin, kompleto siya dun sa bilog. Next, set D, empty set. So, kapag pinakita mo siya, walang laman si set D. Pero, nasa universal set si 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, let's move on to the difference of two sets. Okay, pag sinabing difference, ang ibig sabihin naman nito, kung ano yung nasa set na to, tatanggalin mo siya dun sa babawasan mo. Halimbawa, A minus B. Kung ano yung mga elements ni B na kay A, tatanggalin natin siya from the word difference. So, magbabawas tayo, take away. Okay? So, A minus B, ano yung mga elements ni B na meron kay A? Pareho silang may 2 and 5. So, tatanggalin na natin yon. So, ano na lang matitira kay A? Ang natira na lang ay 1 and 4. Okay, next. B minus A. Ano naman yung mga elements ni A na meron kay B? So, ganun pa rin. Pareho silang ang elements ni A na meron kay B ay 2 and 5. So, therefore, ano na lang natira kay B? It's 3. Okay? So, ang palatandaan nito, kung ano yung first letter, kung ano yung nandito sa unahan, dun ka titingin kung ano yung natira na elements. Next, number 3. A minus C. So, ano yung mga elements ni C na kay A? Tingnan natin. So, yung elements ni C na meron din kay A ay 1 and 5. So, therefore, ano na lang ang natira kay A? Ang natira na lang ay 2 and 4. And then number 4, C minus D. Ano yung elements ni D na meron kay C? So, meron C na 5. Okay? So, ang natira na lang kay C ay 1 and 3. And then, number 5, D minus A. Ano yung mga elements ni A na meron kay D? So, pareho siyang may 2, 4, 5. So, tatanggalin natin yon. Therefore, ano na lang natira kay D? Wala na. So, ibig sabihin, that is an empty set.
We've learned that set is a well-defined collection of objects called elements and that it has several types, which is infinite, finite, singleton set, empty or null set, and even subset. There are also several ways on how you can describe set using listing or roster method, verbal description, and set builder notation form. Now, there are several fundamental operations which can be done on sets. We have union of set, intersection of set, difference of sets, and complement of sets. Proceed to the next slide for your next activity.